Third graders, we're going to shift focus. We talked about contact and non-contact forces. Now we're going to talk about balanced forces and unbalanced forces. And to start off our balanced forces, we have an inquiry activity that we're going to look at today. And you're going to experiment with changing a force and then balancing it. So I want you to make a prediction. How can you balance a force? Remember, if something's balanced, it's going to be equal. So how can you make it equal? How can you balance a force? Go ahead and make a prediction. Take that time to write it down. Third graders, I'm going to have you share some of your predictions. You'll come up here and share it as you do today. Let's see, my first person is Aiden. He's not here. Cooper. You have to be super snappy.
So,
Trying to face the class.
so you could have a balanced force, but you could have the same weight on each side.
Is that a good prediction?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Cooper. Round of applause. Ray, you're up. That was a very weak round of applause. I apologize, Cooper. Then we'll work on their round of applause. Right on the red line. There's a nice red line on my carpet up here. Just stand right at the red line. It's perfect.
I had the same prediction as Cooper.
So read it.
As he's finishing it up, it says you could balance a force like you could have the same force on each side.
Okay, give a round of applause. Chloe. Right on my red line here.
It's practically the same thing.
Okay, just read it. That's the big deal, is just reading your own work.
You can put the same weight on each side.
Okay, go ahead and give a round of applause. Charlie. Right on the red line.
A balanced force is when you balance a force.
Okay, but how are you going to balance the force?
Like you have 4 people on one side of the rope, and
Trying to face the class.
4 more people on the other side of the rope.
Good, see, that's a good explanation. Thank you. Round of applause. Last sharer is Kaylin. Loud and proud.
By putting the same weight on both.
Sounds good. All you kind of have the same idea. Great work, third graders. We are going to test out a little experiment with balancing forces today. And it says carry out an investigation. So everybody put your fingers on number 1 so we can read through our directions together. Place a book, marker, or chair on the floor. Today we're going to use a chair. What are we going to use?
Chair.
Have a partner sit on the opposite side of the object. So typically when I do this, we just go on our knees so that you're at a good level for it. Sound good? And you're on opposite sides. So you guys could even be side to side on your chair, and we'll see some examples of this. Have one partner give a slight push on one side of the object. So one partner is going to take it and push it. Have the other partner give a slight push on the other side of the object. Both push on the object at the same time with similar force. So the first time, step 2, one person does it. Step 3, the other person does it. Step 4, you both do it. Then you're going to record what happens to the object. What happened when the first person pushed it, the second person pushed it, the third person pushed it. Okay? I want you to go find your partners and go through this. Go through this, the directions. And then you don't even need to bring your science notebook. It can stay at your desk. Then go back to your desk and write the results. Go. You guys are on opposite sides of the chair, right? Just be up on your knees facing the chair. Face the chair. Okay, partner 1, let's be Lexi. Lexi, give the chair a slight push. What happens to it? It moved away from you, closer to Alexa. Alexa, go ahead and go give it a push. What happens to it? It moves closer to Lexi. Now both of you put it right back in the middle again. Both of you give it a push at the same time. What's happening to it?
First, it stayed there because we were both pushing
Yep.
so it can stay.
Yep. So what did you do? You both pushed it. It stayed there because you were both opposite directions, right? Yeah. So what did you make? What kind of a force? You made a balanced force. So partner 1 pushed it, it moved. Partner 2 pushed it, you moved. Partner 3 pushed, you did it together. And it didn't move because you made a balanced force. Awesome job. Take your chair back and go fill out your page. That was a super quick activity, but I want to hear from you guys. When partner 1 pushed the chair, what happened? Kason, loud and proud, what happened? It moved, right? When partner 2 pushed the chair, what happened, Brock?
It moved towards you.
It moved back towards you, right? They moved the opposite direction. Good. What happened when both of you pushed on the chair? Alexa.
It stayed in the middle and didn't move to either side.
Yeah, it stays, right? Because of why? When you both push on that chair, why does it stay in the same spot? Viola. Yeah, you're both pushing it. Now, could we still, if you and your partner really went at it, could you still get the chair to move?
Yeah.
But today the directions where you're just giving it a slight push. You're not like shoving it at your partner. That wouldn't be fair. Then would it probably move?
Yeah.
But if we've got Hulk shoving from one end and me shoving on the other, that's not what?
Fair.
It's not fair. It's not balanced. It's not equal, is it? In order for it to not move, you're both giving it a slight little push. So it's, what do we call it? It's a balanced force. It's unbalanced when one person gives it a push and the other one doesn't. When you're both doing it and you're both giving it a slight push, it doesn't move. Those forces are acting upon each other and there's no movement. It's a what? So out in the world, how could you balance a force? If something is moving, how could you balance that force out? Ray.
You could balance the force out by doing what we just did. You could get 2 people and you could push at the same time, and then it would kind of balance it so you're putting the same weight on each side.
Yeah, you need to balance it. You need to put the same weight or pressure on the opposite side of it to balance it out, right? Good. 3rd graders, we are going to move on from balance force at this time. We are going to come back to it later. Sound good? We have some reading to do with it. We have some activity to do it, but we are going to stop there for now.